And now for the fun part. You're wondering why I was calling this a unique fitting system and why you should follow the fitting procedure very precisely to get the best results. It's all about heating the shell. We heat the shell and not the liner. And the reason for that is that you put the liner on first, step into the shell, and then the heat transfers into the liner and molds everything to the foot. We're using boiling water, which is a finite temperature of 100 degrees Celsius or 210 Fahrenheit, or a convection oven, which many ski shops have for ski boots and other things to heat them up and thermally form them. That's what we're going to be doing. Now I'm picking a very stiff shell, very narrow profiles. It's the stiffest race shell there is. It's very, very narrow, to emphasize the ease with which you can put on ski boots and how this ski boot fitting system works. You can barely get this thing open at room temperature. It gets much stiffer when it's colder. So we'll begin by pulling out the liners, putting those away, taking out the boot board inside. That's what comes out, just in case there's a sensitive plastic inside. There and there. Remember to put them back in later. And in this case, I'm using a rice cooker, which boils water very quickly and efficiently. Or you can use a pot on the stove, covering it up to contain the heat inside. And in about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, it's going to be hot enough to fit. The convection oven, on the other hand, will take probably 8 or 10 minutes to get the heat going to that same temperature. So while the shells are cooking, we'll put the orthotics into the ZIPFIT, your orthotics, or footbeds, whichever you prefer. And then we'll go to fit them while this is cooking. Okay? Okay, let's put the liners on. This is the easy and fun part. Slip right in, pull up on the laces, snugly. You see how the laces are pulling everything in around the whole heel ankle area, the forefoot, midfoot, and then now we're going to finish up that wrap with a power strap. Got my little wiggly toes. Within the confines of the shell, I can move my toes and steer and edge and do everything that I want. Okay, now we go get the shells. They're all cooking. The boots have been cooking for about 5 minutes. Be sure to have your gloves on because they're very hot, especially the metal buckle parts. But I want to show you now how soft this plastic is when it's hot. Just only 100 degrees Celsius, that is. So we're ready to go fit these. Remember to put the boot boards back in. This temperature now, we can step easily into this very stiff shell otherwise. Seat the heel back and start buckling up. Doing a little flexing here. I buckle the boots up fairly tight. I won't do them up that tight when I go skiing. It's just to help compress the materials into place. In fact, you can tell the difference between the left and the right already. But the most important thing is that if you try to lift your heel now, you can't. The heel is already being blocked in the back, and it's just going to get better when you start skiing. And ready to go. happy skiing.